The mind is everything. What you think, you become. In a world that's constantly pulling at your attention, demanding your stress, and feeding you chaos, the most powerful thing you can do is train your mind to remain calm. It's not about controlling everything around you. It's about learning how to stay centered when the storm hits. Because here's the truth. Life will never be without challenges, conflict, or confusion. But your response to those moments, that's where your true power lies. A calm mind is not a passive mind. It's not about shutting down your emotions or ignoring the noise. It's about choosing your reaction. It's about developing the ability to observe without being swept away by the rush of panic or anger, to take a breath before you speak, to pause before you act. It's about trusting that no matter how loud the chaos gets, your inner peace will always be louder. Training your mind to stay calm doesn't mean you won't feel frustration or fear it. It means you'll learn how to move through those feelings without allowing them to control you. It means being able to stand firm in the middle of chaos, knowing that you are not the storm, you are the calm within it. It means protecting your peace from external chaos, realizing that the world around you doesn't have to define your state of being. That tool is your mind. Your mind is more than just a space for thoughts. It is the command center of your entire life. When you learn how to train your mind to be calm in every situation, you unlock a sense of inner peace and strength that no storm can destroy. The more you practice this, the more you'll realize that peace isn't a destination. It's a way of being. It's the space you create when you choose to take control of your thoughts, rather than letting your thoughts control you. So ask yourself, in the midst of challenges, can you stay calm? Can you trust your mind to rise above? Because the power to handle anything is already within you. So, I'm here to share with you how you can take control of your mind and transform your life, no matter how overwhelming things may seem. Embrace the power of awareness. In the hustle and bustle of everyday life, it's easy to forget one powerful truth. We are not our thoughts. Our minds are constantly flooded with a barrage of thoughts, emotions, and reactions. Sometimes they are helpful, sometimes they are not. But here's where we begin. Awareness. Awareness is the first step in taking control of our mental state. The simple act of recognizing what is happening in our minds is a game changer. The majority of our stress stems from the way we react to situations. But when we make the conscious decision to become aware of our thoughts, we gain control. The first time you practice awareness, you may find yourself overwhelmed by the constant flow of thoughts. This is normal. Your mind is used to running on autopilot. But once you make a habit of observing without judgment, you will start to separate yourself from the turmoil that often dictates your emotional state. Awareness allows you to stand as an observer in your own life. Rather than being swept away by the current of emotions, when something triggers you, instead of immediately reacting, you can pause. This pause, this moment of awareness gives you the power to choose how to respond rather than simply reacting from a place of fear, anger, or frustration. You begin to notice patterns in your thinking. You realize when negative self-talk is creeping in or when stress is taking over, but instead of succumbing to these patterns, you can interrupt them. This is the key to mastering your mind. You become a conscious participant in your own thoughts. By recognizing these patterns, you can stop them before they spiral out of control. Awareness also allows you to see the bigger picture. It helps you realize that the little irritations of the moment are often just fleeting distractions. When you stop to acknowledge your thoughts, you gain perspective. You realize that in the grand scheme of things, this moment of stress or frustration is just a blip on the radar. You don't have to give it more weight than it deserves. The beauty of awareness is that it opens the door to deeper understanding. It allows you to reflect on why you think and feel the way you do. This reflection is where true growth happens. You begin to see yourself more clearly. You understand your triggers, your fears, and your desires. This understanding lays the foundation for change, but becoming aware is not always easy. It requires practice and dedication. Our minds are constantly busy, and it's tempting to let them run unchecked. But the more you practice awareness, the easier it becomes. Like any muscle, the more you train it, the stronger it gets. Awareness is not about being perfect. It's about being present. It's about showing up for yourself, even when things are chaotic. When you embrace awareness, you stop being a passive passenger in your own life. You take the wheel and steer your thoughts in the direction you want them to go. Over time, this practice will begin to shape your life in profound ways. You'll become more resilient. You'll be able to handle stress with more grace. And you'll begin to realize that no matter what life throws at you, you are always in control of how you respond. The beauty of awareness is that it allows you to choose calm. It's like standing in the eye of a storm. No matter what's happening around you, you remain centered, calm, and strong. And when you can stay calm, you are better equipped to handle anything that comes your way. It's not about ignoring your emotions or pretending that everything is okay when it's not. It's about acknowledging what's going on inside, but not letting it control you. You are the observer, not the prisoner of your emotions. With awareness, you begin to reclaim your power. So, start practicing awareness today. The next time stress or negativity creeps in, simply observe it, acknowledge it, and choose not to be defined by it. With this practice, you will begin to train your mind to stay calm, no matter the storm. Master the art of deep breathing. We often take breathing for granted, but the way we breathe can be one of the most powerful tools we have to calm our minds. When we are stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed, our breath becomes shallow and rapid. This only fuels our anxiety and keeps us trapped in a cycle of stress. But by mastering the art of deep breathing, we can break that cycle and return to a place of calm. When you begin to breathe deeply, you activate your body's natural relaxation response. This is because deep breathing sends signals to your brain that it's time to relax. It's as if you are reminding your body that everything is okay, that you are safe, and that there is no need to panic. The more you practice deep breathing, the easier it becomes to return to a state of calm, no matter what's happening around you. Deep breathing isn't just about slowing down your breath, it's about being intentional with it. When you inhale slowly and deeply, you fill your lungs with air. And as you exhale slowly, you release tension and stress. Each breath is an opportunity to reset. With each inhale, you bring in peace. With each exhale, you let go of fear and worry. When you're in the midst of a stressful situation, deep breathing gives you the space to step back and recalibrate. It's like hitting a pause button for your body and mind. Instead of reacting impulsively, you give yourself a moment to regain control. And in that moment, you can choose to remain calm, centered, and focused. The beauty of deep breathing is that it's always with you. No matter where you are or what you're going through, you can always tap into this tool. It's a gift that's available to you at all times. And when you make deep breathing a regular part of your life, you begin to train your body to respond with calmness even in the face of stress. But the key to mastering deep breathing is practice. It's not something you can do once and expect immediate results. You must commit to practicing deep breathing every day. Whether it's in the morning, before bed, or during moments of stress, you must make it a habit. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to access that calm state whenever you need it. When you breathe deeply, you also reconnect with your body. You become aware of how your body is reacting to stress, and you give it the care it needs. This connection between mind and body is essential for cultivating lasting calm. You are not just calming your mind, you are calming your entire being. As you continue to practice deep breathing, you'll begin to notice a shift in your response to stress. The things that once triggered anxiety and panic will no longer have the same effect on you. Your mind will be trained to return to calm more quickly, allowing you to handle life's challenges with grace and resilience. And when you are calm, you are not only better able to deal with stress, you are also better able to think clearly and make decisions. Deep breathing clears away the mental fog, giving you the clarity you need to navigate difficult situations. It helps you stay grounded no matter how much chaos is happening around you. Breathing deeply is a reminder that you are in control. You can choose to be calm even in the midst of the storm. And with practice, this calmness becomes second nature. It becomes who you are. So take a deep breath right now. Feel the peace enter your body and let the stress melt away. This is the power of deep breathing. Shift your perspective. Life is all about perspective. The way you see things determines how you experience them. It's easy to fall into the trap of seeing challenges as obstacles, but what if we could train our minds to view them as opportunities? Opportunities for growth, for learning, for becoming stronger and more resilient. When you shift your perspective, you change the way you respond to life. Instead of being overwhelmed by stress, you see challenges as stepping stones on your path. This mindset doesn't deny the reality of difficulty, but it empowers you to rise above it. It teaches you that you are capable of handling whatever comes your way, no matter how difficult it may seem. A shift in perspective is a powerful tool because it changes your entire approach to life. When you start to view setbacks as lessons rather than failures, you take away their power to hurt you. You stop seeing yourself as a victim and start seeing yourself as a victor. This shift helps you regain control over your emotions because your mindset is no longer ruled by fear or doubt. Sometimes a simple change in perspective can make all the difference. When you encounter a difficult situation, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this challenge help me grow? This mindset allows you to move through adversity with strength and grace. You are not defeated by life's difficulties. You rise to meet them. When you start looking at challenges as opportunities, you become more adaptable. You stop resisting change and start embracing it. Instead of being afraid of what's coming, you begin to welcome it. You understand that change is inevitable, but it doesn't have to be something to fear. With the right perspective, change becomes something you can flow with, rather than something that knocks you off course. This shift in perspective also changes the way you see other people. You begin to see them not as threats, but as fellow travelers on the journey of life. You begin to understand that everyone has their own struggles, and you no longer need to compare yourself to others. This shift creates a sense of peace and connection with those around you. By shifting your perspective, you also begin to develop greater empathy. You understand that everyone is fighting their own battles, and you no longer judge others as harshly. Instead, you approach them with compassion and understanding. This shift in perspective not only transforms your relationship with others, but it also transforms your relationship with yourself. Your mind is a powerful tool, and the way you choose to use it determines the quality of your life. If you can shift your perspective, you can transform any situation. No matter how challenging, no matter how painful, you can find the lesson, the growth, the opportunity hidden within. And when you do, you'll be amazed at how much easier it becomes to stay calm and centered no matter what life throws your way. Practice gratitude in every moment. In the midst of life's chaos, it's easy to focus on what we don't have or what's going wrong. But there's a powerful practice that can shift your entire experience of life: gratitude. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a mindset. It's a way of seeing the world that transforms everything. When you practice gratitude, you stop focusing on what you lack and start appreciating what you have. The simple shift in perspective can change everything. Gratitude helps you see that even in the toughest times, there is always something to be thankful for. And when you focus on the good, you naturally begin to attract more of it. Gratitude is powerful because it helps you cultivate a positive mindset. When you begin each day by acknowledging the things you're grateful for, you set the tone for the rest of the day. You start your day from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. You're not focused on what's missing, but on what is already present in your life. As you practice gratitude, you begin to notice more and more things to be thankful for. You see the beauty in the small moments. You appreciate the people in your life, the opportunities you've been given, and even the challenges that have helped you grow. Gratitude helps you see the world through a lens of positivity, and this shift can transform your entire experience of life. But gratitude isn't just about counting your blessings when things are going well. It's about being thankful even in the tough times. When you can find something to be grateful for in the midst of adversity, you begin to shift your focus from the pain to the lesson. You start to see that even in the hardest moments, there is something valuable to learn. The more you practice gratitude, the more your perspective shifts. You begin to realize that you have everything you need to be happy. You don't need more possessions, more success, or more approval from others. You just need to appreciate what you already have. Gratitude brings peace because it reminds you that you are already enough just as you are. Incorporating gratitude into your daily life doesn't have to be difficult. Start by making a list of 3 things you're grateful for each day. They can be big or small, but the important thing is that you make this practice a habit. Over time, this practice will help you focus on the good in your life rather than what's wrong. Gratitude also helps you stay grounded. When you are thankful, you stop looking for external sources of validation. You realize that true peace and contentment come from within. The more you focus on the positive, the less power, stress, and anxiety have over you. You begin to feel lighter, more at ease, and more centered in your daily life. Gratitude is a simple practice, but it has the power to transform your entire mindset. It allows you to see the beauty in the world, even when things are difficult. And when you choose gratitude, you naturally create a sense of calm in your life. In the end, training your mind to be calm in every situation is not a destination, it's a journey, one that requires awareness, practice, and patience. Life will always present us with challenges, obstacles, and moments that test our inner peace. But the true power lies not in avoiding these difficulties, but in how we choose to respond to them. By embracing awareness, we become conscious of the thoughts and emotions that shape our experience, giving us the power to shift our reactions. With deep breathing, we activate a natural relaxation response, reminding ourselves that we have the ability to stay grounded even when the world around us feels chaotic. By shifting our perspective, we turn challenges into opportunities for growth, and by practicing gratitude, we train our minds to focus on the positive, no matter what life throws our way. These practices work together to create a mindset of calm, resilience, and inner peace. They are tools that empower us to navigate life with grace and strength, regardless of the circumstances. The more we commit to these practices, the more we train our minds to remain calm, centered, and focused, no matter how stormy the world may seem. Remember, true peace is not something we find outside of ourselves. It's something we cultivate from within. It's a choice, a mindset, and a way of being. And with each breath, each moment of awareness, each shift in perspective, and each expression of gratitude, we are training our minds to embrace calmness in every situation. So, no matter where life takes you, know that you have the power to remain calm, centered, and at peace.